Imagine this: there's this young professional, let's call her Sarah. She's sharp, ambitious, and has these big dreams, right? She's at this crucial meeting at work, one of those make or break moments. She's done all the prep, she's got her notes, she's ready to shine. But as soon as the meeting starts, something happens. Her nerves kick in, and she starts talking. A lot. She's speaking quickly, interjecting here and there, words just tumbling out. She notices her colleagues are glancing at each other, her boss is subtly checking the time. And then it hits her, she's lost them. Instead of making a powerful point, her words have become a tidal wave, overwhelming everyone in the room. Ever been there? I know I have. You want so badly to be heard that you end up saying too much, too quickly, without really thinking, and instead of your words being like a refreshing stream, they turn into an overwhelming flood. But here's the thing: what if we could change that? What if we could make our words more impactful, more meaningful? That's what we're diving into today, this life rule: think twice, speak once. It's such a simple idea, but wow, it can make a massive difference. This isn't about staying quiet or holding back. It's about making sure every word we say has purpose and power. Let's break this down and see how thinking twice before we speak can turn our words into a tool for connection, clarity, and influence. What's the problem when words become too much? Let's talk about what happens when we don't follow this rule. First off, there's miscommunication. We've all been there, right? You say something in the heat of the moment, and then a few minutes later you're thinking, why did I say that? Maybe it was misunderstood, or maybe it didn't come out the way you intended. Words once spoken can't be taken back, and they can lead to misunderstandings or even conflicts. Just like Sarah in that meeting: too much talking, not enough clarity. Then there's oversharing. We live in a world where everyone's constantly communicating: texts, social media, meetings, you name it. There's this pressure to fill every silence with words. But here's a little secret: not every thought needs to be shared, and not every opinion needs to be voiced. Sometimes, oversharing can actually push people away or make things awkward. It can even make you lose credibility. And then there's the big one: listening, or rather, the lack of it. When we're so focused on what we want to say next, we miss out on what's being said right now. We miss out on the chance to really listen, to really connect. It's like our own words drown out everyone else's, and suddenly, we're not communicating anymore, we're just making noise. Shifting to the refreshing stream. Now imagine the opposite. Imagine your words as a refreshing stream, clear, calm, and impactful. When you think twice before you speak, you're giving yourself a moment to breathe, to consider, to choose your words carefully. Suddenly, what you say isn't just filling space, it's adding value. Thinking twice means you get to refine your message. Instead of overwhelming someone with a flood of words, you can deliver a concise point that really sticks. You're not just talking, you're communicating, making your words count. And you know what? This approach helps build better relationships too. When you pause and think before you speak, you're showing respect for the other person's time and attention. You're showing that you value their presence. And that builds trust, it builds connection, it builds rapport. How to make the shift from flood to stream. So, how do we do this? How do we turn our words from a flood into a refreshing stream? Here are a few practical steps. Pause and reflect before you speak. Just take a moment to pause. Even a brief pause can make a huge difference. It gives you time to think, to ask yourself, what do I really want to say? Is this the right moment? A simple pause can help you avoid a rush of words and keep your message on point. Listen more, speak less. This is big. Make it a point to listen more than you speak. When you listen actively, like really listen, you're fully engaging with the other person. You're not just waiting for your turn to talk. And when you do speak, your words are more thoughtful, more impactful. Be clear and concise, keep it simple. Get to the point and stay there. Don't use 5 words when 2 will do. The more concise your message, the more powerful it becomes. You don't need to drown your audience in words, just make sure the ones you use really matter. Seek understanding first before you jump in with your thoughts. Make sure you understand where the other person is coming from. It's all about context. When you know the full picture, you can respond in a way that's more meaningful and relevant. Mindful speaking: be aware of not just what you say, but how you say it. Your tone, your body language, your facial expressions, they all matter. Speak with intention. Make sure your words reflect who you truly are. Don't fear silence. Here's a challenge: don't be afraid of silence. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is say nothing at all. Silence gives space for others to think, to process, to respond. It can turn a conversation into a deeper dialogue, getting over the fear of being quiet. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but if I don't speak up, won't I be overlooked? Won't people think I'm not engaged or that I don't have anything to offer? It's a common fear. But here's the truth: it's not about how much you say, but how you say it. A few well-chosen words can be far more impactful than a long-winded speech. Silence isn't empty, it's full of potential. It's a space where real understanding and connection can happen, turning words into a force for good. At the end of the day, our words are powerful. They can build bridges or burn them. They can heal or hurt. When we take the time to think twice and speak once, we give our words the power to be a force for good. We turn them into a refreshing stream that brings clarity, understanding, and genuine connection. So take a moment today to think about how you communicate. Are your words a flood, or are they a stream? Are you overwhelming others, or are you refreshing them with thoughtful, meaningful communication?